listen. You ain't wrong.
Come on, man.
All right, Coach, you've got a tremendously talented room. I mean, you bring back everybody. I mean, pretty much everybody.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
you know, between Ricky and Lee and Matthew and John Walker, and you added some pieces. I mean, is this as good of a defensive tackle room that you've probably had since you've been here?
Yes. Yeah, by far, man. Like, those guys are, first of all, it starts with Ricky being the leader of the group, right? He's the guy that's going to have the foundation, show everybody what it looks like, what it's supposed to be like, because it gets going on year 6 for Ricky, right? Then you got Lee Hunter. Man, Lee Hunter is going to be, he's a true vocal leader in that room, right? He's going to hold the young guys accountable, right? He's going to teach the young guys, right? That's something new for him, but he's doing an awesome job. Then you got John Walker, of course, who's the freshman All-American. Everybody knows John Walker. He's been a pro. He's not been acting like a freshman or a sophomore. And then you can't say none of those 3 guys without saying Matt. Matt's the spark plug, right? He really is like the glue to all this thing. But Matthew is a phenomenal player, and I'm glad I got him.
John Walker, it's a big season for him. Everyone always talks about, you know, year 1 to year 2 guys make a big jump. I mean, what have you seen from John? You know, coming in last year, kind of learning his way. Now he's more experienced. What kind of improvements can we see from him?
So, again, as a freshman, the game of football, especially in college, is way faster, right? You talk to John after his first game, all right? I think who was our first game? Kent State or Villanova?
It was Kent State. Villanova was week 3, I think.
Okay, well, Kent State, right? Yeah. So after Kent State, you ask, hey, man, how'd you feel? I said, man, that's fast out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like playing your local schools, right? So it slowed down for him throughout the season, right? He got the experience that he needed. In the offseason, we was like, hey, you know what we got to do? We got to take it to another level. Got to get stronger. We got to work on the techniques, really learn the why, right, of why we do things, and he's been doing a great job doing that. So
you mentioned Ricky. I guess 6 years. I mean, you've been connected to him even longer than you've been here. So having an experience, and I know last year didn't go the way he wanted.
For sure.
You know, he was banged up and stuff. But just what's the outlook for him? This is his final year, and he wants to really, show out and show scouts some stuff too.
For sure. No, we're gonna put the pedal to the metal with that one. All right. Last year, like you said, didn't go like expected. But everything that he has, man, is through the roof. His talent, right? He's very talented. He's the leader of the group. He knows exactly what to do. He just needs to make sure we stay healthy, which that's going to be our mission to do. And again, if he was healthy last year, he probably would have helped us, right? But I'm not even looking at that no more. He's healthy. It's the healthiest he's ever been, and we're going to be healthy throughout the season.
It's remarkable seeing Lee Hunter from year to year just make loads of improvement. His first year, I know stamina was a big deal. He couldn't be in there for as many plays as maybe he wanted. Last year, it took a huge step up. All Big 12, and I know the expectations are even higher for this year.
That's right.
What are you expecting from Big Lee this year?
Keep going. Keep going, all right? If you saw the preseason award list and all that stuff, keep going, right? Just because we made that list doesn't mean that we made it, right? So Lee, man, I'm so proud of what Lee has become, right? Last year we was learning the what, right? What to do, how to do it. Now he's learning the why. And that's what's going to take when he goes to the next level, that's what's going to take him to another one, right? Because he understands football, he understands why we do things, and that's going to make him play faster. So, man, I can't say it too much, man. I'm so proud of these boys.
And you mentioned Matthew Alexander. I kind of feel like he gets overlooked sometimes.
For sure.
He's been such a massive contributor the last couple of years. I mean, he's been, I think you called him the glue in that unit. Man. I mean, he's played a lot of football, and he's a big, important piece.
For sure, man. Matthew is, like I said, he's the glue. Man, those 4 guys, all 4 of those guys, they can go to any school in the country and start. Right, and Matt, I'm just blessed, not to be honest. I'm blessed to have all 4 of those guys. I'm comfortable. But Matthew, man, he's a technician, very fast off the ball, very great movement, great pass rusher. Man, he has everything you need from an interior D tackle. So Matthew is a guy that, man, if you are a fan of football, all right, if you're a fan of defense, if you're a fan of defensive line, man, get to know Matthew. Watch the tape. All right, this tape speaks for itself.
What are you learning from Coach Roof? Just kind of, as a veteran of the game, learning from him. I know the guys are excited. It seems like it would be maybe more aggressive.
For sure.
The guys are talking about all the blitz packages and stuff. Like, what are you learning from being under such a veteran, a guy like that?
Man, he's a vet, man. He's a vet, and he shows us young coaches. Again, he's not one of those guys like, hey, you do this, you that. Man, he pours into us of why we do things, why we want to do certain things, and man, it's a blessing to be able to work with a guy like that with so much knowledge, man. He was a head coach, been a Power 5 DC for many years, right? And man, he's been pouring into me so much. I'm still young in the game, so I'm excited, man, to continue to work with him and honestly make sure he has the best year he ever had as a defensive coordinator.
I appreciate it. Great
No
stuff
doubt.
as always.